Hello everyone, I hope all of you are fine. Today I am back with a new video where we are going to learn about a new platform which is called Flipgrid. So on your browser, type Flipgrid. Now when you do that, you will see a link in front of you which says Flipgrid Empower Every Voice. Kindly click on that. So this is the Flipgrid platform. Click on Educator Sign Up. I have already signed up using my Google account. You can easily sign up using your Microsoft account or your Google account. Now, to add to that, your students don't necessarily have to sign up. What they can do is use a simple code which you will generate, with the help of which they can easily access this platform. I'll teach you how to do that. But before that, let's take a brief tour around this platform. So here you can see we have an option which says grid. So to start with, I am going to add a new grid. Before proceeding, let me tell you what we are about to do. Now, Flipgrid is a platform where you as an educator can create a grid or a virtual class where you can assign an assignment or a task to your students, which they have to complete in the stipulated period, and they have to upload it on this platform. We'll learn how to do that. So let's proceed. You have to name your grid. That is the subject that you're going to teach. So I am going to type biology. Other than that, you'll have to select a grid type. That is, if you are making this for a school, as a student ID, as a educator learning community. So the privacy of this platform or your content per se, it depends on what you choose. So you can go for a school email if you are affiliated to a school, or so and so on. So I am going to create a public platform. Over here you can see there is a flip code. So this code is the one that your students can use to sign in to this platform without actually having to sign up. So you can either copy paste this or you can make your own code. So I'm going to make my own code. If you leave it if you leave it black, it is going to generate its own random code. So before that, I'm going to make my own code which says learn biology. Yeah, so this will show you whether the code is available or not. So this code is available. So I'm going to proceed by clicking next. Now you can add a password which is optional. So I'm going to go and click next. So our grid is ready. So you can see this is the code which I can copy paste and share with my students. And here I have direct links to these applications, that is the Google Classroom, and you can share it on different platforms. You can embed it and you can copy paste it. So let's go to the grid. So this is a grid. I'll take you around. After the grid is made, you can make changes to it. That is, you can edit the grid. You can take some actions like you can add co-pilots. Co-pilots are the people that you want to work with. You can duplicate the grid, you can add notifications and so on. You can also delete the grid. You can share the grid, add a co-pilot and so on. Now, this is the title of my grid, that is my subject. So once your students have successfully entered and signed up, now you can add the assignments or the tasks. So I'm going to click on add new topic. So I am going to give a title, for instance. Now this is the title on which my students have to work or study. To add a question or stimulus text. So what am I expecting from them? So I am going to write define photosynthesis and describe the process briefly. So this is my question. Now, a very unique capability of this app is that you can give your students a time limit. So defining photosynthesis and describing it should take anywhere between 1 minute to 2 minutes. So depending on your question, you can change the time limit, the least being 15 seconds and the most being 10 minutes. So for this question in particular, I am going to give 2 minutes. So my students can record for 2 minutes. Now, video moderation. As a teacher, it is your responsibility to select this option so that you can moderate the video responses that are given by your students. So you have to click on this. Then we have many more options over here. Now, before giving an assignment or a task or a question to your student, what you can do is you can add a resource from your end. That is, you can record a video, you can upload a video, you can add a video from YouTube, you can upload an image, you can create an emoji and so on. So this is like a help from your end to your students. So I am going to add a YouTube video. So let's search for a YouTube video. So for that, you will have to enter a valid URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go to the youtube.com. And I am going to click and look for photosynthesis video which will support my students. So any video that I find appropriate, I can share with them. So here I have found a beautiful video.
In order for plants to grow, they need
What I'm going to do is I am quickly going to copy the link of this video. So to do that, I am going to copy the link, and now I am going to paste it over here. So I have added a video for my students which they can use to create this project or this assignment. You can add it. So I've added a media resource so they can access the video, they can watch it, they can understand it, and then they can do the assignment. Now I am going to click Save Changes to my default settings. There are more options. That is, you can give a tip. So I am going to give them a tip that use diagrams for better understanding. Or make diagrams / flowcharts for better understanding. You can attach some links, attachments that can help them. So you can add it over here. You can put a link. So the one which I pasted above can also be put over here. Now, one of the most important features of this platform is that you can add a end date, that is a due date for your students to complete the assignment in time. So this is the launch date and I am going to freeze it on 30th. So they have at least 4 days to complete it. So this is done. Other than that, these are the features which you can allow to your students. So you can let your students take videos and selfies over here. So only selfies, only videos, you can choose it. You can let your students edit the video, attach links, give title, reply to other students, add sticky notes, and so on. Now after doing that, you can take feedback from them. So one is the basic feedback and the other one is custom feedback, where you can create your own criteria to take a feedback from them. And then you can click on create the topic. So you can click on it and your topic is ready. Now simply copy and paste this on the platforms where you engage with your students, or you can directly share it via these icons or these links. There is also a QR code which you can share. So I am going to copy this and I am going to, so you're all set? Fine. So I am going to copy it and share it with my students on our social media platform. So this is how it will look. So the title, my question, the tip, the video that I want to share with them. This can also be added to the attachments area. I have done it over here, but you can do it there as well. And then you can see responses from your students over here. So you can watch the video, assess the video and give them your feedback, and you can also take feedback from them. You can click over here to record a response, click over here to share the topic. You can also export the data. So this is my grid, that was my project. So you can edit the grid like I told you earlier. You can personalize it. You can select an image for the grid cover or upload an image of your own to personalize the grid. So I am quickly going to run to my Google search engine and I'm going to type biology wallpaper so that it is appropriate for my So we are going to put it over here. This is your grid cover. So I'm going to look for an appropriate grid cover. But before that, I'm going to make certain changes. Usage right, label for reuse. So I am going to select one of these. It's biology, so yes. Save as my grid cover. I'm going to save it on my desktop. After doing that, I am quickly going to go back to my platform and I'm going to click here to upload a cover photo. So going back to where I downloaded it, grid cover, open. You have to crop it to the exact size. So this is my grid cover. You also have pre-existing covers which you can use from. So say this looks nice, or since it is biology, we can go for something like this. It has abstract designs and colors. So update the grid and you are ready to go. Now when I click on my topic, this is how it looks. So thank you so much for giving your time, for joining with us and learning something new today. So thank you. I hope you try to make your own grid and share it with us. Thank you. Have a nice day and take care.